Hi guys, and welcome to Horses and Biscuits. I'm Alex Whiteley. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, and a while ago we made a partnership with Rocking Horse Media where we would follow these guys whilst they were producing their TV pilot, Henry House. We've been it's got to be come up a year now, eh, Orla? It's got to be a.
Yeah, I was cast at the end of October, I want to say. I'm not really sure. Getting close to a year now, yeah.
Getting close to a year. And you may remember on YouTube, we attended a workshop a while ago, a background actors workshop. It was run over 2 days. I was just there for the 1 day. And we were there to capture the day and to talk about what was going on and to meet some other people. And lots has happened since the last time we met. And on the back of that workshop, we have so much information to talk to you about. But what we're going to do first is we're going to go around the room, starting with Orla, and we'll go around and we'll introduce ourselves. Okay?
I'm Orla Jones, and I play Izzy Orchard, who is the lead character in Henry House. It's good to be back on the podcast. It feels like these monthly shows feel like so long apart, but looking forward to updating everyone on what's the crack.
Amazing. And then we'll go with Joshie. Would you like to introduce yourself? Tell people who you are and what you're doing with Henry House.
Can I just butt in? I'm Joshie's mum. Yeah. This is Joshie. Joshie.
Hi, Joshie's mum.
I'm Michelle. But Joshie is a little bit quiet at the moment, which is very unusual.
I can say for sure that Joshie is not shy. I promise.
He's swimming.
Yeah, he's been swimming today.
Nice.
Good.
We were talking about your swimming yesterday.
Tomorrow.
Oh.
And again tomorrow. I love swimming. Yeah. And then Kirsty.
Hi, I'm Kirsty, and I'll be playing the role of Alison, Henry House.
Glad to have you on board, Kirsty.
Amazing. Sorry, that was a bit strange. I was kind of like, yo, Kirsty, introduce yourself, Kirsty. Yo, Orla, I should have just, we should have talked about this more before we started. But hey, we're a great collective, and Rocking Horse, if we've learned anything, is that Rocking Horse really is great at bringing people together, and this is what's happened. Let's start with the workshop. The background actors workshop was run over 2 days at Derwen College. What was your experience of it, Orla? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a bit crazy seeing all these people come together for one thing, and that was to get involved in Henry House. So we saw lots of familiar faces and lots of new ones as well, which was amazing over the course of 2 days. The first day we had, I want to say, close to 30 people who were involved in the workshop, and then the second day I think it was just maybe a little less than that, maybe in the 20s, and we met some fabulous people. And we cast some of the final parts we needed. The main point of the workshop was to look for background artists. Not a fan of the word extras. No one's an extra. Everyone's important. Everyone has a role to play. Cool. So that was the main kind of the goal. And we ended up coming out with some fabulous people to take some of the small roles that we still had left cast, like Kirsty, who's getting to play Alice, which is just fabulous.
For me, I was there for the Saturday. You guys did the Saturday and the Sunday. And it's weird, right? Because behind a microphone, this is my domain. This is where I belong, right? I'm confident. Hey, this is my show. Let's do this. But when I'm like in the background with a camera, or I'm meeting new people, lots of new people at the same time, I kind of shy away a little bit. I'm a little bit quiet. Probably noticed that. And when I first turned up, we got lost. We were in the completely wrong part of the college, and that's where I first met Kirsty. And she was like, "Where did we go?" And I was like, "I'm a producer on this thing, and I don't even know."
Well, I got lost, so don't worry.
Kirsty, what did you think of the day? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it. Got to meet loads of new people. I thought I was going to be nervous, but as soon as I got there, I was dead at ease. So I enjoyed it.
It was. It's good.
Good.
Good vibes. And Joshie, what was your day like? Did you have a good time at the workshop?
Yeah, Thursday.
It was a nice day. Yeah.
We went on the hottest day of the year. It was really, really hot.
Yeah, I
And-
remember everyone sitting outside for a bit.
Yeah, everyone was boiling. And we went into the hallway and it was just everyone just chilled in a circle and started chatting. And there was no pressure. It was all really laid back and it was really comfy. Everyone was talking to everyone else, weren't they, Joshie? And it was just a really lovely day and it was really inclusive. And that as a parent was so important for me. It was brilliant. Joshie had a lovely time. He met his friends and chatted and just had a really good time, as you can see from that lovely photo.
That's you, Joshie.
Yeah, Joshie was cracking some awesome jokes and everyone was just absolutely loving it.
I'm really sad that I couldn't be there for the extra day. I mean, I work night shifts, so I was kind of like, I couldn't be in Oswald Street and then sort of race back home and sleep and go. It would have been a nightmare. But the day I had was fantastic. And we're getting some comments through as well, guys. If you're watching this and you were part of the weekend in any capacity, please get in the comments. Karen Campbell's she says,
"Oh, hi, Karen.
Good evening, lovely people." And she says, it was a great workshop I attended on the Saturday, met some lovely people. And Samantha Davis, she says, hi, everybody. Loved being involved in the workshop. I was involved on the first day. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. And Julie's in the chat as well. She says, hi, all.
Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
And Gareth says, hello, everybody. Looking forward to directing you all soon. Apart from Alex, he's not directing me. I struggle to direct myself, so maybe a bit of direction wouldn't go amiss. So how many roles have you Dean as well? Hey Dean, he says it was a great day.
Dean.
Comments come flying in. Please just get in the chat, and if you've got any questions for today's guests, please get them in. How many people did you pick up from that weekend for roles, etc.?
God, we kind of lost track by the end of the weekend. I lost how many faces and headshots I was looking at. And I remember Gareth messaging me going, we've cast Alan's dad, which is going to be obviously like down the line. It won't be for the pilot episode. And I was like, oh, excellent. Who is it? And he said this name. And I was like, oh, Gareth, you're going to have to show me a picture because I have no idea. So it was like just so many names and faces, but I could just feel like our network just expanding and just all these people getting involved. And we've ticked off a few other people. We've got a Dr. Roberts now. We got confirmed from Colin Spall, who obviously is not wasn't on our workshop day. He's a former Doctor Who actor, for those who are into that world. We also cast a few of the carers in the workshop, so Kirsty playing Alice, and then we've also cast some residents. So Joshie will be playing the resident Doogie Days. So that's really exciting. And then we've also got who else?
Lewis.
Oh yes. Oh, Louis, like the main guy. So we cast our non-verbal character Perry, who teams up with the character of Jazz. So that's all really exciting stuff. And not only did we cast characters from the workshop, we got talking to Robert G, who we have cast as our director of photography, or DOP for those who are in the know.
An amazing guy, and I've lost his picture. I don't know where it's gone.
Oh no, he was just fabulous. Just got to the talking.
Oh, he's there in the chat. There's Robert. Hi everybody. I'm Rob.
Hi Robert. Yes.
Look at that.
Look
Talk
at that.
About him and he shall come.
Yes, exactly. But no, we're really looking forward. I watched the short film that Robert created, The Workshop. Drop a link in the chat for it, Robert, because it was fabulous. I got a little bit scared because it's a bit one of those like horror movie-esque kind of through. But I did watch it. So.
Well done. I'm proud of you, Orla.
Thank you.
We've put this amazing cast together. I mean, and Gareth sent me a copy of the script because we now have a script. And I've got to say, it's phenomenal. I got really emotional reading the script. I got happy. I laughed. I got sad. It was really nice, well written. I'm very excited.
We've had a few pieces of feedback and things. Some people getting a little bit emotional, which is obviously what we want. People can relate to this topic, which is why it's so important that we're sharing it with the world. There is a plane going past, so I'm really sorry if you can hear that right now.
It's fine.
But yeah, so full script, full cast, all ready for things to just kick off now, which is a bit nervy, but exciting.
We got more comments coming through. Julie Breakwell says, couldn't make it because I was in Newcastle on Hindu. I did send along my talented daughter, Jodie.
Yes, we met Jodie. She was fantastic.
And Kate Harris says, Joshie did some great dancing on his workshop day. Hey, people line up your moves there, Joshie.
Joshie, very good with dancing. Absolutely.
Love it. Poppy says, hiya, hope Henry House is going well. Love the new logo. That's what Poppy says.
Thank you, Poppy. That's another thing we can talk about. The new logo,
which I don't have.
That's cool. That's cool. Gareth is about to send you it right now, I bet you. The new logo designed by our graphic designer, Katie Jones. We went to a workshop, obviously we spoke about it before, with some Derwen College students and brainstormed, and here we have our logo for both the TV series, like In World, and for the credits. So all positive things.
Nice. Now I want to discuss with our new members of the crew and the cast. What kind of you expected from the workshops, and is it what you expected? Kirsty, you said you were expecting to be nervous, but you kind of got on with everything. But did you learn a lot from that weekend?
Yeah, I did actually. So in acting school, you only really learn how to be a lead, but in the workshop, it was more how to support the lead and how important it is what's going on in the background. And it was nice to get that side of things, like not being in the main, like not having the main conversation on camera and being behind the conversation. So I've never really had any skills for that area, and the workshop gave me them skills.
I was quite blown away actually, but how intricate it can be. It's not just a case of sitting. I always used to think, like, you see people in a cafe on Coronation Street, they're just going, ma, they're just mouthing off at each other in the background. But there's actual characters there. They're in character. They've got a scenario, and they're playing that out. But like you said, not being at the forefront, kind of being in background, and that was kind of new to me. I learned a lot from that weekend. Yeah, it was good. Well, it was a good weekend. Really enjoyed it. Joshie, what did you learn over the weekend? Did you learn any new skills?
Can I butt in there? Can Mum come in?
Of course you can. Oh,
he did tell the world and everyone that he liked to flirt, and he's just proving it as a point. Joshie loves meeting people face to face, and the wonderful thing about the workshop was that's exactly what happened. I'd just like to pat Gareth on the back, because everybody that was in that room, Gareth spoke to as just, a normal person. He picked up all the positive elements that every single person in that room, he discussed with at the end of sections of the workshop, and it made them really proud. It made them really, amazed that somebody had acknowledged what they were doing. And as a mum, that's so important to me, because it's just wonderful to have your this person who obviously has got a few difficulties in performing and everything, being acknowledged. And Gareth plucked them all out and called them by name and discussed what they were good at and discussed how well they'd reacted to certain elements of their tasks and stuff. It was really lovely. It was really wonderful.
Fantastic.
No, Thank you. That was the aim of the second day. So for those who weren't aware, we specified that the Sunday be for people who may have learning difficulties or special needs, people who needed extra support in any capacity. Obviously, our partnership with the Derwen College is so important. For this aspect, and obviously so that we can make Henry House as realistic as possible. So having people like Joshie and Louis come along was just fabulous. And I'm glad that Joshie enjoyed it, and that we have him on board. The whole point was to make it accessible, and I'm glad that we achieved that.
Yeah.
Well, it was really, really lovely because Joshie and Louis know each other, and Joshie calls Louis his brother.
Yeah,
looks like
William.
his brother William. But Louis didn't actually know anything about the work shop at all. So we emailed him the letter, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that's what got Louis there. So the pair of these were just a casual
double team.
Yeah, double whammy. There you are.
I love it.
Double trouble. I love it.
Double trouble. Spot on.
We got some great comments coming through as well. I'm loving this, by the way. I'm loving an active chat. Steve Octo says, "Hi, I'm Nicole here. I'm one of the background artists. Nice to.
Hi, Amma. Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to meet you, Amma. Amame Amma says, "Hi, I'm." Okay, that's another one. It's the same one. Oh no, it's not. I'm one of Henry House's. I look like exactly the same message. You look like a duplicate. One of Henry House's latest background artists. Wave, hi, hello. And we also have Brian E. Wilkes, who says the workshop was fantastic for me on the Saturday too. Can't wait to be a background artist on such a fantastic project.
Yeah, Bryony went to uni with me, so I know her from uni, so it's good to have her on board. Nice.
And Gareth says it's the team effort, but thank you, Michelle. Nice. We've got a couple of videos to take a look at because so much is happening right now. I mean, we have got all this amazing stuff that's happened because on the back of the workshop, obviously the cast is now almost complete. We have this amazing team of people that's going to just really put their all out with Henry House. But we've got a Kickstarter to talk about as well. But there's a couple of messages here. This is a message from Steve Smith, who attended on the Sunday workshop. He was going to be part of it, but he's got prior commitments. But he sent us in a little message. So let's take a look at this.
I really wanted to be there today. I was looking forward to seeing you all and to discussing this particular project for Henry House. I've really enjoyed that particular workshop and also meeting everyone. I think this particular project, the film for Henry House, will germinate. I think it will move forward very, very fast. I'm not sure where we're going at the moment, but we are definitely on our way. Even I've got a part, would you believe it or not? Steve Smith? I've got a part playing Reginald Smythe of the BBC. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I want to see everyone very, very soon. So have a great, great day, and bye for now.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you, Steve, for sending in that video. I don't think I mentioned Steve in my list of cast, but he's playing, like I said, he's a BBC interviewer in the pilot episode. Quite a funny role. So kind of squares up with Izzy. So this is very exciting.
Nice. We also have a video from Colin Spall, who's going to be playing Dr. Robert. So Colin has been in Doctor Who, and he's even worked with Alfred Hitchcock. So here is a message from him.
Hello, my name is Colin Spall, and I'm an actor. I've had the privilege of working with some really fantastic people during my career. People like John Thor when I was doing Inspector Morse with Kevin Whately, and then with David Tennant when I was doing Doctor Who, and the list is endless. I've made made films with Peter Sellers, Irene Handel, Eric Sykes. I've been directed by some wonderful people, including the incredible Alfred Hitchcock, and I had the honour and privilege of working with David Niven. I spent about 2 months up a mountain in Austria shooting a movie with him. The man was such a lovely man, probably the most famous actor working out of America at the time. And so that goes on. I am now looking forward to working with some more lovely people. I'm going to be playing Dr. Robert, who's the family physician for the lovely people of Henry House. So, as they say, watch this space. And as the Americans say, have a nice day. But I'm going to say, have a very nice day. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Colin makes me smile when I watch that.
He's got such a nice voice, isn't he? You know, as a
He's
guy.
got a proper narrator voice. I love it. It's so Doctor vibes. He's going to be absolutely excellent. And I can't wait to meet him. And well, you just did.
No. That was my first attempt. Hello, my name is Alex Whiteley. That's quite nice. I wish I could do that all the time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to racking Colin's brains about everything in the business. So be prepared, Colin.
We've got my good friend Jane Pickworth, who says hello. Hi Jane.
Hi,
How are
Jane.
you? She's fantastic. Gareth was also saying, had some fantastic, very long conversations with Steve, and he's going to be a great stuck-up presenter.
Yes.
That's how Gareth talks, by the way, if you've never met him. That's exactly how he talks. He's very polite. Yeah. And Samantha Ann is in the chat. She says, ooh, listen to that gravelly voice. Was she talking about me? Definitely talking about me. Like honey on velvet, she says. And Jane reciprocates. Hello. Oh, so yeah, this cast is looking great. Did you think it would ever get to this point with known actors, Orla? Like known.
I mean, we're on the way to announcing something absolutely fantastic. Although in the pilot episode, Izzy is the main character, we have a very well-known actor who's been cast as Paul. Paul is kind of Izzy's other main character. I don't know how Gareth would want me to say that. The story surrounds Paul and his dementia as he's been put into Henry House, and it's his, he's struggling to adapt to those circumstances. So the story follows Paul, and we have a fabulous actor who has said yes. Wouldn't actually stop messaging me and Gareth, which is just so lovely. He's already totally on board, and we're going to have a Zoom meeting with him next week, and I can't wait. So as Colin said, watch the space.
Much more to come then. Much more to come. So you guys, I mean, I'm very happy with this. I mean, we've been following this journey from the very beginning, and we've seen every month there seems to be something new, some new development. Oh, and by the way, I need to go back and say, when I said known actors earlier, I didn't mean to offend you guys. I just starting out on your journey. By the way.
No. Orla Jones isn't a household name yet. We're getting there.
Gareth says, wait until I'm back next month, Mr. Whiteley. That's what he said. Jane says, awesome. She's getting excited by this too. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be really, really good. Okay, we have got a Kickstarter to talk about. This is exciting too, because the Kickstarter started, when was it, last week? It was
yes, I think yes, it must have been
early last week. There's already 300 quid in the kitty. People are really excited about it. I think it's because, when you do start a Kickstarter, you need something to give you a bit of momentum. And we have this a fantastic video here, which started it all off. So let's take a look at this.
Hello there. I'm Ian McNeice. You might recognise me as Bert Large from Doc Martin or Winston Churchill from Doctor Who. But today I'm here to talk to you about something entirely different. A crowdfunding campaign for a very special project that I have been aware of for some time now. It's being produced by a company I work with personally, Rocking Horse Media, and some good friends of mine are already attached. The project is called Henry House. This is the script. here, which I have read. So let me tell you all about it. It's a fascinating drama series set in a quaint little care home. It follows the misadventures of Izzy Orchard, the ditzy new receptionist. But there is a lot more to this new girl than meets the eye. Played by Orla Jones and featuring a very dear friend of mine, Simon Fisher-Becker, and many more. Now, the team behind Henry House have their script, they have their location, Derwen College in Shropshire, and they have their cast. All they need now is you. That's right, you. If you can support their crowdfunding campaign, I would strongly encourage you to do so. There are all manner of perks available for those of you who can donate to this very exciting new drama series. You may get a feature in the show yourself. Even just sharing the campaign online does wonders. The feature-length pilot of the episode of Henry House enters production this autumn. And having read the script, I can assure you that we are all in for a treat. So please, on behalf of myself, Ian McNeice, Orla, Simon, Gareth and the team, please support us if you can. Thank you for listening.
That was lovely. Really, really nice.
I'm still in absolute awe that he did that for us. I mean, I've got Ian McNeice saying my name twice. Can we just?
Wonderful. See, that's a known actor. Say,
Yes. No, yeah, you're right.
but do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna keep digging my hole.
No, to have him help us launch our crowdfunding campaign was just fabulous. He wanted to be more closely involved, but unfortunately, schedules clash and lives have to be lived and things. But he promised to support us in any way that he can, and he did that wonderful video for us. So, like he said, folks, if you can, please help us out in any way. It is appreciated.
If Gareth could put a link to the Kickstarter in the comments there, that'd be fantastic, because I don't have it for some reason. So if somebody could put the link there in the chat, if you could, buy these guys the equivalent of a cup of coffee, if that's all you can afford, because what we're talking about. Oh yeah, we love a cup of coffee. I love a mocha or a mocha. I always say I'm wrong. Mocha. But if you can afford anything, just to help them out, because look what we're talking about right now. We're talking about a company that's working with Derwen College and really building bridges with the community there. A project that's creating excitement across the country. A workshop where actors came from all around the country just to come and take part.
Yeah,
we had celebrities get involved.
Well, yeah, for the workshop we had people. We had a gentleman come from Glasgow. We had somewhere from like the depths of Wales. I'm not even going to attempt to remember the name where they said they were from. But we had everyone from all over. So yeah, just spreading the Henry House everywhere. So even if all you do is share our updates on Facebook, that helps.
What's next in way of production? What's the next phase for the cast? I mean, Gareth, he says I'm meant to be on my day off today. So he's and your DOP's there with Robert. He says he read the script and loved it. But what's next? What's the next phase?
So the next stage is me and Gareth have been in talks. We have a Zoom read through with everyone, which is really exciting. Would be amazing to be in person, but obviously geographically, and that is just a nightmare. So we're going to be doing a Zoom read through of the entire script, which I really can't wait for, just to see it kind of all click into place. Even though it'll be across the screen, I'm sure everyone will be buzzed with that energy. I mean, I've been learning my lines, scribbling over my script. It's highlighted to within an inch of its life. And that's actually one of the perks for people who are donating to the campaign, is to grab a hold of Izzy's original script. So I am parting with my original script, but that's okay, because it's worth it for those who can donate to possibly be in a chance with that. It's not going to my mum though. I've said that.
Oh, poor mum. Just want to frame it.
But yeah, so that's the next steps, the read through, which I'm sure everyone is psyched for. So
Kirsty, what experience have you had with things like this before? Have you done TV shows before? What's your experience there?
No, this will be my first TV show. I've only done like student projects.
Okay.
So far.
Okay. So this will be a new experience for you as well. The read through via Zoom. I mean, this is just like the norm now for us, isn't it? Usually you meet around a room and stuff. That's going to be interesting. I'd love to get a bit of that, just to use in the future. I think that'd be a really good thing to document. Also, as well, I forgot to mention, we've got to say thanks to Bob as well. Bob Mackin, who's there with his camera, took some amazing photos. He's just got such a keen eye.
Wow.
Bob is an amazing photographer. I always love the work that he produces and he was offering people to do headshots. I'm pretty sure there's one of Kirsty. Yes, there we go. Absolutely stunning. No, he's fabulous at what he does. And one of Joshie, there we go.
There's even me there, look. Doing my thing. Oh god, I love that. Really good. Wonderful. That's you. And Gareth sent me those logos, by the way.
There's the logo.
There's the one, and then there's this one here of Henry House, which is pretty cool. It reminds me of the parade in Shrewsbury.
Yes.
Very, very exciting things going on with Henry House, guys. And, if you're going to help with the Kickstarter, you're helping towards a project that means so much to people, not just the cast and crew, but to the people that they're working with, people like me, for example. I've loved this journey. I really have. And the listeners of this show will enjoy this as much as they'll enjoy Henry House and the production coming up, and Derwen College themselves. And also as well what it stands for. It stands for inclusion, right? It stands for something much bigger than all of us. And I think that's something worthy of getting behind.
And Paul's story, the story of the pilot episode, no spoilers, I promise. But reading it, I know that unfortunately, a lot of people will be able to relate to the difficulties of Alzheimer's and dementia. And you don't often see the upsetting parts of that in the mainstream. A lot of it's kind of brushed aside. And we've made a point to encourage people to speak out about their difficulties and involved in this, but also to show that in the light that we have. I mean, it is emotional.
It is, cool.
But I'm looking forward to bringing that to life through Izzy's relationship with Paul.
And also, as well as the fact that there are people willing, whether they're paid or not, I think is irregardless. But there's people that are willing to have a profession where they're there to kind of oversee all that. It can't be easy for anybody.
No, and we have experts involved in the project, people who work within the care industry and people who work within the health industry, to help obviously make sure that we're doing things right and that there is that support there when and as needed.
As well, Gareth has put the link there for the Indiegogo. That's the crowdfunder. If you're watching this now, give it a click. Buy these guys a cup of coffee or more if you want to. Donate whatever you can. And Gareth says, this is the best TV show anyway, Kirsty. So you're starting with a good one.
Not that he's biased. Or...
No. It's the best.
Was that good? That was a good joke. I'm proud of that, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh worthy.
Gareth also said because of Bob's photos, they raised £100 for the crowdfunding just off his headshots alone. He did one for me as well. I don't know where mine's gone actually. I don't want to share that though. Nobody wants to look at that. Is Gareth still looking for people to come and help out? I mean, obviously, the cast wise is kind of it's big now, but we just got a DOP, which is fantastic, director of photography.
Yeah, we also have we've just got in touch with a composer, because obviously as great as the actors are and stuff, we need that little bit of music. So we've gotten in touch with a composer. We also have a sound assistant who is not that it matters, but she's female. So it's always really exciting to have a female crew member. So we've got her involved. So yeah, we're always looking for folk, I guess, to be involved if they want. So feel free, follow us on the Facebook page, Rocking Horse Media. We'll always be on the hunt for background artists and things like that. We've got some great people from our workshops, but you never know who might be actually available on the day. I know that some things can happen last minute by chance, which is exactly how I grabbed the role of Izzy. So,
yes, of course. I mean, you got to take a gamble on these things, haven't you?
Yeah.
Karen says, by the way, that's great. And Zoe says, production manager. So is that what
I am?
Yeah.
Gareth just put the email in the chat. info@rockinghorsemedia.co.uk, because I would have got that wrong.
Join the cast and crew.
Yeah, so there you go. Send an email in. Obviously, there's never any guarantees, but it's always helpful to extend our network.
And Gareth says to you, Joshie, what is our favourite drink? Have you guys got a favourite drink you both enjoy? I like Vimto. Vimto is my favourite.
What do you drink with Gareth? He's led this boy astray.
Oh yeah, chocolate milkshake.
Chocolate milkshake.
I'm gonna have to say sorry. I hate milkshakes.
Really?
I hate milk. I would not thank you for a milkshake.
It's got to be an ice cream one, a blended up one, or the ice cream and stuff. I love that sort of stuff. It's great in the summer. I'm really excited by this, guys. Is there anything that what are you most excited about, Orla? I mean, we could talk about all these things that we've talked about today, but we're all individuals. And there's got to be someone you're looking forward to working with, a certain part of the script you're looking forward to going through. What is the most exciting thing for you?
I'm excited. So we've spoken about how much of a ditz Izzy is, and she is a comedy role. And I've never really done comedy work before. I never really thought that I was good at it. But exploring Izzy has showed that. Well, I can do whatever I want, really. I can extend my talents and make that come to life. But what I'm really looking forward to is the contrast to what people will see Izzy as, to these emotional scenes with the character of Paul and with Simon Fisher-Becker's Jasper. There's real moments of heartache, I guess, for lack of a better word. And I'm really excited to bring that contrast to life. And work with obviously just some really big names. So
we'll talk about milkshake while we talk about this movie. All the more milkshakes for us in Joshie. And Julie says, Orlando, you have to try one of mine made with vanilla ice cream, malted milk, and Baileys, topped with toasted marshmallows. You don't even taste the milk. Wow.
Well, I can imagine with Baileys involved.
My wife, she's going to kill me for this. When she's had a few drinks, she can't feel her teeth. She's always like, I can't feel my teeth. So if you ever see me, say to my wife, oh, she can't feel her teeth. That's code for Kaz's. Slap me at the back of the head.
Yeah.
What you're talking about, mixing drama and comedy, is really a real talent. I always remember one of the key moments for me in TV is that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode where Will Smith breaks down.
Yeah.
Starts crying about his dad. And it's such a confusing feeling because you're like, are we supposed to be laughing here? Why is this suddenly got serious? What's going on? Like, it was such a brilliant piece of TV. If you can nail that, I mean, you've got a real talent there. We're still talking about milkshakes. Bryony says, I'm with you all, not a fan of milkshakes.
Just saying, they're minging.
And Gareth also says, can I not write a scene where Izzy downs a milkshake?
Absolutely not. I can act, but I wouldn't be able to know. No.
And Julie says, sorry, Orla, not Orlando. Must have been...
Don't worry, auto-predict has been ruining my life. Don't worry.
You have that little thing above your O on Facebook. Yeah. I'm like, because I put your name in there, Facebook's like, I'm like, no, it's...
Yeah, no, so the FADA, so my name on my birth certificate is just a normal bog standard O, but obviously for my performing, my stage name has the FADA above it. It changes nothing, but it makes trying to find me on Facebook or message me impossible. So
that's ingenious.
Yeah, it makes my name a little more unique.
I used to have this lovely guy years ago, used to work at Asda. He used to be at the front of the store. And he used to really camp Mexican guy. And every time he'd see me, he'd go, Alejandro! And he'd shimmy up to me like, hello. Very exciting.
Exactly.
Kirsty, what are you looking forward to most with Henry House? Are you excited by all this?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm excited to see everyone again because I feel like on the day, everyone just really gelled together and got on really well. And I was actually quite sad leaving because I thought, everyone was really nice. And then obviously when I got a phone call off Gareth, I was like, get to see everyone again and work with them again. So,
well, not everyone. Not everyone. No, it was.
You know what I mean.
It was a very hot day as well. I remember there was the two rooms. There's no aircon. They had the two rooms and the doors open, and I was jetting back between 1 and 2. And by the end of the day, I was like, I'm usually self-conscious anyway, but like when it's hot and sticky, I get even more self-conscious. But everyone was in a mess. Everyone was just like.
I don't think I've ever made sure that people had water enough in my life. I was like, does everyone have something to drink? Does everyone have to? Oh yeah. But like Kirsty said, you could definitely tell everyone was just getting on great crack. So
Gareth said Kirsty was the first phone call I made when it was time to bring people back. Gareth spoke to me about you, Kirsty. He was like, we had a conversation. I was like, this one for Liverpool, the one for Liverpool. He's like, yeah. What's her name? I was like, yeah, she's great. So there you go. You were great. You made an impression. Gareth also said, he could be Gareth. Gareth.
No.
Gareth. Hello, my name is Gareth.
No.
Joshie, what are you really excited about Henry House? Are you really
cheeky wee wink there?
Yeah, nice. Are you really excited about it all? Yeah. Back to you.
I think Joshie will be excited when it's on TV.
Yes.
Me too, Joshie. Me too.
And there goes for everybody. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll start rounding up now. We've gone 45 minutes, man. Wow, that time flies when you're having fun. There was a comment up here that we absolutely skipped and we can't do. And this was earlier in the show. Gareth said, congratulations, D. Raymond, on his big news. Oh, he got engaged.
Okay, yeah. What a great thing to end the show on. Congratulations to Dean Raymond and his now fiancée. I'm going to pronounce her name wrong, so I won't. But they got engaged at the end of their magic show in Blackpool. So a big congratulations. I don't think my heart has ever felt so big. So yes, we'll definitely need to get her on the set of Henry House because it was just so exciting to share the news. So congrats, Dean.
Yeah, congrats.
Congratulations.
We've got a couple more comments coming in. Get them in quick, guys. We're about to round up. Brian, he says, Kirsty, was a pleasure to work with you too. Such a lovely person. None of these comments about me, by the way. I was there with the camera. All right, walking around speaking to lots of people. No comments about the podcast guy. Rob also says, really looking forward to working with you guys, especially behind the camera. In the past, I have worked with Robert Carlyle, James Cosmo, and Hollywood actor Alexander Skarsgård.
Wow.
Wow, nice. Good. Rob,
So that's our DOP, everyone.
There we go. And he's a great guy too. I spoke to him on the and we should talk about that as well. If you're watching this and you're wondering what's going on about that vlog, I went around with a camera and I recorded a lot of the stuff behind the scenes. Got a few reactions from some of the people there for the Saturday. So if you haven't seen that yet, go to the Shrewsbury Biscuit Podcast YouTube page channel and go and watch that and enjoy it and share it with your friends. Gareth, a couple more comments. Samantha Davis says it'll be amazing to work with everyone. Looking forward to it. Gareth says I got my speech written, Dean. It's not too embarrassing. Karen says congratulations, my lovely friend and colleague Dean. And Zoe says looking forward to meeting and working with you all. Likewise. Right, we're going to get out of here because this has been fantastic.
Yes. What a good catch up.
It was a good catch up. We could have probably gone for another 45 minutes of mine with that all the information, but I think we did it. I think we did it all right. We did it all right.
Yeah.
I kind of had a go at Gareth in the week. He sent me all this stuff, literally like boom, 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 boom. You know what Gareth's messages are like. Yeah, boom, boom. That was exactly what it was like, Joshie. And I was like, I think my response was, geez. And he was like, yeah. So
a lot's happened.
Yeah, there's a lot's happened. I do want to get away from this monthly thing, by the way. I do want to come back to every 2 weeks, but at the moment it's been festival season, lots been going on, Pod Aid's happening. So once all that's out the way, we can go back to every fortnight, I think.
Yeah.
And speaking of Pod Aid, guys, I need to let you guys know. I just want to upload the graphic because for some reason I haven't got it here. I got it on every single place, but here we have an event coming up on the 29th of September with the Shrewsbury Biscuit and all my friends from around the world. We are doing a charity live 24-hour podcast. We're going to be doing it. It's going to be fantastic. I'm just getting some graphics for you guys to look at because of course that's great. So 24 hours live. We've got 24 great guests coming. We've got cameras thanks to Charles Denscom from Micro Videos. We've got a venue thanks to Love to Stay. We have our sponsors in Reach. They made us look great, and we're going to be raising money for Lingen Davis and as much as we can. And so we have 24-hour-long guests. I've got a team that spreads across the Atlantic. There's me, Alexander Westwood, and Moose Cooper this side in Shropshire, and in America we've got Tom Bruno in Vermont, and we got George and David in California. We're going to be up for 24 hours speaking to these amazing people. So if you want to know more, please go to the Pod Aid Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn page. Good.
Happy days.
Right, support Henry House, Rocking Horse, please.
Please and thanks.
Karen says, she says it's her birthday, 30th. Oh, the 30th is her birthday. Well, happy birthday to them. See you then. Right, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and share this podcast, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you to everybody that's joined me today and all the nice comments and people that's viewed. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.